Hey guys, this is PlayStation Gamer 105, and in this Tech Talk video I'm going to be talking about the new Sony PlayStation 4. Now the PS4 only came out a couple of weeks ago here in Australia, and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed with the console even though I don't own one. I have seen it in store, the demo ones, they just have it in store you could try out, and I have seen unboxing and reviews on it on YouTube. I'm definitely really impressed with it. It definitely is a big improvement over the PlayStation 3, which definitely wasn't a big thing when it came out. The PlayStation 3, when it first came out, was priced at a very unaffordable price, which was, I believe, it first came out at $1,000. Or $800 or whatever it first came out. All I remember is that it was a really high price. Whilst the PlayStation 4 is pricing at only $549 here in Australia, so that's $549, and I reckon that's a very good price for the PS4. The PS3 definitely was a big thing when it came out with HDMI. And a Blu-ray drive, which was the biggest thing. The Blu-ray drive, that is a huge thing. It was definitely a giant factor for the PlayStation 3. Although, it was definitely priced way too high for what it was, and people just went to the Xbox 360 because it was priced at a lower price. Even though, like, both consoles turned out to have loads of problems. For example, RROD on the Xbox 360 and YLOD on the PS3. So I guess that wasn't like a really great thing back then. People having problems, they had to send back to like Sony, and yeah, that definitely wasn't a great thing. So later on, the Sony released the PS3 Slim, which was a much better version. Definitely completely improved, but this is a PS4 video and we're talking about the PS4 now. So the PS4 definitely has nailed everything. It is definitely a huge improvement from the PlayStation 3. They got the pricing right this time. It's not an affordable price, but I guess the price is decent compared to what it previously was on the PS3. Oh yeah, and by the way, the PlayStation 3, because of PlayStation 3 caused Sony to make loads of losses, so because of that, they had to basically redesign the PS3, and they made the PS3 Super Slim, which is basically a PS3. It's the same thing as any other PS3, but it's like a cheaper version to manufacture. That's why you got that top loading tray. Some people say it's good, some people say it's bad. I really don't care. I honestly prefer the slot loading mechanism, and then the manual top loader. But I don't really mind it. I haven't got one, but I have seen it. People just say it feels cheap. I mean, it feels cheap, so Sony could actually make the PS4. So Sony could actually release the PS4. They needed to make a profit, so they're basically making their profits through the PlayStation 3 Super Slim, which is why it's like odd that they had such a good PS3 Slim, and then they turned it into some like really cheap plastic game console. I mean, I reckon it looks ugly and like really stupid, but if Sony didn't release that, then they couldn't have released the PS4, because they definitely need to make a profit, which was because of the PS3 Fat, which, because of the high pricing, Sony basically, made losses. It wasn't like a fast seller compared to the PlayStation 2. I mean, 150 million plus units. I mean, that was an all-time great gaming console, whilst the PS3 simply wasn't affordable. And it wasn't affordable for people to purchase. So yeah, the PS4, obviously affordable price compared to the PlayStation 3. Also the PS3, the original fat ones, they were just huge and heavy. I've got one at the moment, and they were just huge. Uh, they simply weren't like efficient. Um, they took up a lot of space, and you needed like to keep it in a well ventilated area. You couldn't just stuff it in your cabinet, or else you'll get the YLOD, you'll get it to overheat and stuff. So you basically have to care for it extra. I mean, why would you have to care for it even more when you're paying so much for it already? The PlayStation 4 has definitely nailed this. It's not super small. It's a decent sized gaming console. It's not a huge one. I reckon it looks really sleek as well. So it's a small gaming console. I don't even know if they're gonna release a PS4 Slim, um, considering the fact that it's already a slim console. Yeah, it is a small console, and it definitely looks really sleek. It kind of has the PS2 Slim's design, half glossy and half matte. I like that. And they've taken away the PS3 Fats look, it looked really stylish, but it was just ridiculous. You could easily get fingerprints and dust on the console. You could get like lots of dust on the console in like less than 10 seconds. It's just a magnet, and yeah, I mean you're not paying a high price just for a dust magnet. So that was just ridiculous. The PS4, definitely really good. It has a base clock speed of 1.6 gigahertz on a 2.75 gigahertz capable chip. And yeah, I mean, just looking at a PS4 and Google Images here, I think it looks really sleek, and does remind me a bit of the PS2 Slim. But yeah, I mean, they have brought back the slot loading mechanism, the slot loading drive, like they had on the original Fat PS3 and the PlayStation 3 Slim. So, I mean, nothing gets classier than the slot loading drive. I think that's just awesome. Controller looks really good, feels great. I've tried it in the shops. I mean, it feels really good. They have improved it dramatically. I mean, they've really done a great job on that. And I think the PlayStation 4 is just going to be as successful as the PS2, or maybe it may beat the PS2. No idea. We're going to have to find out in around 10 years. But yeah, the only color PlayStation 4 they have right now is the jet black one. They'll probably release other colors. I don't know if they already have, but the jet black 500 gig PS4 is the only PS4 you can get now, and you can tell that the PS4 is up to a great start with, because it's basically been sold out everywhere here. You got to pre-order it and possibly wait until March, or yeah, or the end of February. So it's just crazy how fast they've gone out. But yeah, so don't think I have anything else to say. Just let me know what you think of the PS4 in the comment section below. And yeah, I just think it's going to be a great success, and I think Sony have really nailed this one. And we'll see how the PlayStation 4 goes. But yeah, I'm Anthony, and that was my Tech Talk video on the PlayStation 4. Be sure to subscribe, like my video, and comment down below for any questions, or comment your thoughts on the PlayStation 4. And yeah.